Long before our world had borders, flags, or modern cities, there were civilizations so advanced that even today we struggle to understand them. They built massive cities without machines. They ruled huge lands without modern weapons. They lived with confidence, believing their world would never end. But today, their cities are empty. Their voices are silent. Their names are half forgotten. Only broken stones remain, asking one disturbing question. What went wrong? This is not a story of one place. This is the story of many civilizations that rose, ruled, and then vanished completely. Around 4,500 years ago, near the Indus River, there existed a civilization that shocked modern historians when it was discovered. It was called the Indus Valley Civilization. Cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa were carefully planned. Streets were straight. Homes had bathrooms. Drainage systems were better than many modern cities. People lived organized lives. There were no giant palaces. No huge statues of kings. It felt equal, stable, powerful in silence. And then it ended. No clear signs of invasion, no burned cities, no mass graves. People simply left. The rivers slowly changed their path. The land became dry. Farming failed. Trade stopped. City by city, people walked away. A civilization that lasted centuries disappeared quietly, leaving behind brick streets and unanswered questions. Even today, no one knows where they went. Far across the ocean, deep in the jungles of Central America, another powerful civilization rose. The Maya. They were masters of time. They tracked the stars. They built stone cities that touched the sky. Pyramids, temples, ball courts. Their calendars were more accurate than Europe's for centuries. The jungle echoed with life. Then the echoes stopped. Around the 9th century, great Maya cities were abandoned. Tekalcopan, Palenque, once full of priests, kings, and markets, they were swallowed by trees. Droughts lasted years. Crops failed. Kings kept building temples instead of solving hunger. Wars between cities drained resources. People lost faith in their rulers. One by one, cities emptied. The jungle erased them slowly. When Spanish explorers arrived centuries later, they found ruins, not empires. In the middle of the Pacific Ocean, on a small isolated island, lived the Rapa Nui, builders of the famous Moai statues of Easter Island. These statues were massive, carved from stone, moved without wheels. Each one represented power and ancestors. The island was once green, full of trees, full of birds, full of life. But the statues kept coming. More trees were cut, more land cleared, until there were no trees left, no wood for boats, no escape. Soul turned weak. Food became rare. Society collapsed from within. People turned against each other. The statue builders disappeared, leaving behind stone faces staring into nothing. In Mesopotamia, between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, the Sumerians created one of the world's first civilizations. They invented writing, law, cities, trade systems. Their cities shined in the desert, Uruk, Lagash. But their land betrayed them. Poor farming practices ruined the soil. Salt built up. Crops failed. Water systems collapsed. City-states fought endless wars. Stronger empires absorbed them. Their language died. Their gods were forgotten. Their cities turned into dust hills. The first civilization faded into legend. In the Mediterranean, the Minoans ruled the seas from the island of Crete. They were rich traders. Peaceful. Artistic. Their palaces had plumbing, colorful walls, and open designs. They worshipped nature. They lived well. Then the earth shook. A massive volcanic eruption on the nearby island of Thera sent ash into the sky. Tsunamis smashed ports. Trade collapsed. Weakened, they were invaded by rivals. Their writing vanished. Their identity disappeared. Even their language remains undeciphered. A sea empire drowned without warning. In the deserts of North Africa lived the Garamantes, a forgotten civilization that thrived where no one should. They built underground water systems. Farms bloomed in the Sahara. Cities stood where there is now only sand. They drained ancient water reserves that never refilled. When the water ended, so did they. The desert took everything back. In China, the Sangxingdui civilization created strange bronze masks with wide eyes and sharp features. Their art was unlike anything else in Chinese history. Their cities were powerful and rich. Then suddenly, around 3,000 years ago, they vanished. No clear reason, no invasion signs, no gradual decline. They burned their own city and disappeared. No one knows why. Across the Atlantic, in North America, the Cahokia civilization built massive mounds larger than pyramids. Tens of thousands lived there. It was a political and religious center. Climate shifts brought floods and droughts. Forests were cleared too fast. Resources ran out, violence rose. By the time Europeans arrived, Cahokia was empty. A city without people, a memory without a voice. Every one of these civilizations believed they were strong, advanced, safe. They solved problems until they couldn't. They adapted until they didn't. Collapse was never sudden. It came quietly, slowly, then all at once. People didn't wake up one morning knowing it was the end. They thought tomorrow would be normal. It never was. Today, we walk among ruins and call them history. But once, they were the present. They were homes, they were dreams. And they all share one truth. Civilizations don't vanish in one day. They fade. They ignore warnings. They run out of time. And when they fall, the world moves on without them. The stone remains. The silence remains. And the question remains. Could this happen again?